I've come down to Lakeside Country Park in Eastleigh near Southampton to try and see what the great crested grebes are doing down here. It's been a week or so since I was last here, so they may have started nesting, or they may now be in a situation where they are still doing their weed mating dance, but we don't know at the moment. So I've got the camera, I've got my vlogging device, which is the first time I've attempted to use the video and the microphone, so we'll see how it all works out. I can see a grebe over here. They're obviously about. There's one through there. Whether or not his mate's around, of course, is a slightly different thing. But they're definitely there. There it is. It's quite quiet down here today, which makes a change, because normally it gets very busy. So we'll see where we go. A coot moving across there as well. Anyway, we'll go around to one of the other lakes and see what's going on over there. This is a nice little park in the middle of Southampton, common with model boat users and also with open water swimmers, which makes for some interesting situations where the swimmers and the collide. A few grey lag geese here. They'll all start to be mating fairly shortly. It's quite windy down here today. I don't know whether the microphone's covering that off, but we'll see. Right, let's carry on round to the main pond. Although you could argue that that's the main pond as well there. You can see all the buoys where the swimmers go, and also when the model yacht races are about. So there are more hen tucked away. Still very muddy down here after all the rain we've had. It really does get very, very sticky indeed. You may be able to hear my boots squelching through the mud. Well, we got some fishermen down here. It's a well-known fishing lake, and they tend to come down here looking for carp overnight. There's one of the grebes out there. Oh, disappear below the water, as they do. Go looking for fish. That surfaced over there. Oh, it's calling for its mate. Who's there? There they are. It's the pair. Oh, it's just gone down again. They've both gone down now. So we'll see whether they can see through the back here. Hopefully you can get an idea of where we are. This is me standing in front of it. You can hear some of the gulls, black-headed gulls flying overhead. That's all to be expected. The gulls are very, very active here. We've got a fisherman with his rods out. Don't know how long he will have been here. But, may only have just caught a cold, who knows. Got some nice little narcissi sat up there. Quite nice for today. Some mallards down here, which I'll try and get a couple of shots on. We're getting ready for the breeding season, so they tend to be quite fluffy. Their heads, particularly the males. It really is very, very muddy here. We need a bit more sun, but it's going to take some time to dry this out, that's for sure. We'll walk round to the other side of the lake now, so we can see if there's any activity when I get to the other side. If the grebes aren't doing much, I might go and have a look and see what the tufted duck are up to, because they're very, very active. And they're really quite a nice bird, particularly with their bright yellow eye. Another fisherman here. I hope you caught more than a cold. Just one carp. Oh, that's not too bad size. How long have you been down here? Since middle of the night? All right. Eh? Oh, yes, yeah. Of course, the wind's up a bit today, so... Yeah, it's blown straight into you, isn't it? Oh, well, good luck. I hope you catch more than just the one after all the time you spent down here. carry along walking around the other side. I see the grebes are in the pond. We're going to try and catch up with them later. There's a fisherman I was speaking to earlier on. Good luck to him, but still. Yeah. That's from Mrs. Mallard. Morning, duckies. How are we doing? A lot of chattering of the birds going on. So I think they're blue tits all up in the trees here. Let's leave the ducks alone and carry on down the path a bit further, I think. Hopefully I might get a little closer to those grebes who just seem to have been sheltering under their wings from this wind. Yeah, they're just out there. There they are. Just sat, really sort of keeping their heads out under the wind. I'll take some shots with the camera and try and intersect those into the video. I think we'll move on. They're just floating in the water there. It's not that much fun to see. I'll go around and see if the tufted duck are displaying in the other pond, and we'll have a look there. All being well, they should be flapping their wings like they were the other day, but who knows? Anything to do with wildlife photography is all a bit hit and miss, and you just have to have the patience of a sage, to be honest. You never quite know what's going to happen. That wind's getting up again. It's coming down from the heights, so it's quite quite a chilly wind this morning. We don't seem to have any duck, but there are some Canada geese over there. There they are. Not doing much, but side of something being photobombed by a black-headed gull. Oh, there's the grebe over there again. There he is. Just having a little splash. I don't know whether this one's got a mate actually. Certainly the other two, the other pair and the other one have been showing signs of mating, but who knows what this is going to do. But these Canada geese are now coming towards us. Not an indigenous bird to the UK, but they do make a hell of a noise, and on certain fields and golf carts where they are, they make a hell of a mess. The grebe sat amongst them. Well, no sign of the tufted duck there, so I'll have a wander back. Doesn't seem to be a lot of activity here today. But I guess if I was to wait here a bit longer, I'm prepared to sit down, but it's a bit too chilly for that, to be perfectly honest. So as this is my first attempt at the videos at the moment, I'm just getting used to the idea of A, talking, and secondly into it. So we're now with a bridge that traverses between the two ponds. The birds can move, but of course it's all a bit different here. The grebes are right out in the middle of the pond, of the lake over there, so I'm not going to chase after them. A lot of black gull activity on the other pond. I might go over there and see if I can get something of more interest there. But as I say, Lakeland is a lovely place to come to, particularly out of school holidays and during the week when you don't tend to get masses of people coming down. My point of view here, it's a nice calm day to come. Got a pair of mallards over there, two drakes. But just feeding on a few bits of the weeds, etc. that grows on, it's floating around on top of the surface. Now the black-headed gulls have decided they don't want to do any more flying. They've all settled down. Most of the birds, they don't actually like wind, so that's they all fly into the wind and land into the wind. So bird just landed on one of those buoys there. Black-headed gull likes sitting on the on those buoys. Again, I'll try and get a close-up proper picture of that and see if I can't insert it into the video. Always helps when you get a bit closer, but at least then you know what you're looking at. We've got the sign of spring springing now with the buds all starting to appear. This has all been cut down, so although it's cut down to make a break, it's still very much alive. Right, that's it for now. I'm going to walk back up to the car and get home and see how this video's worked out. As I say, it's my first time at attempting a video blog, so I think it'll be interesting with whether I've captured the sound properly or whether or not I can edit it well. The grey legs are still there. It's just starting to rain now too, so I think I've probably about timed it right. See how they stick their heads right under their wings to keep away, and having a little doze there as well. Right, it's definitely starting to rain now, so I'm going to head back. I don't want to get soaking wet. I don't want the phone and the camera gear to get wet either. So walking back up. As I say, it's a very nice location. There's a cafe, etc. here, but I'm not particularly interested in that. Right, nearly there. And then I'll pack everything up and head off and go back and try and edit. Just before I go, there's nice blossom coming up here. All very nice. Start blowing away to get too much wind, and everything that looks nice at the moment will just end up a white carpet on the floor. Right, back we go. Got some raindrops now on the lens of the camera. So just shows the conditions. So I'm walking back into the car park, and with that I'll say I hope you might enjoy this video. As I say, it's my first attempt at doing this, so apologies for any jerkiness. I'm sure I'll get better as time goes on, and hopefully be able to incorporate my own photographs into it as well. So for now, goodbye.